So we got to the point where I need to make the obligatory COVID video like any self-respecting science communicator. You have no idea how hard I fought against that by hoping it would just pass already, but now it's high time we talked about the COVID vaccines. I know, right? Another light, easy topic with no controversy surrounding it at all. But seriously, getting everyone vaccinated is the only way to finally stop this pandemic so we can all return to our lives. To help me address some of the myths surrounding the COVID-19 vaccines, I'm so excited to welcome my guest, Bad Astra, an amazing science communicator from the other side of the world.
Actually, Astra thought it would be better to send me.
Sharon? Why would you be better than Astra to help me debunk harmful vaccine misinformation?
She said something about how I have an incredibly uncritical and unquestioning mind, spend way too much of my time on Facebook, and that my current panic over my messy divorce and collapsing life situation, combined with my recent escape of a toxic relationship with a problematic power imbalance, is leading me to grasp for meaning and search for malicious intent from authority where there is none, all of which have primed me to believe all sorts of harmful misinformation.
So you believe some of the dangerous misinformation going around?
I'm not sure what to believe. There's so much information out there, it's hard to tell where it's all coming from, and I just want to do what's right for me and my new daughter.
Okay, and to clarify, your daughter is the puppy?
Cole may have gotten custody of the kids, but I have this little one and she's all I care about right now. Aren't you precious? Aren't you my angel? Aren't you my little shot of dopamine every time I look at your gorgeous face? Aren't you?
That's really sad, I'm sorry, but I need to get back to the video, so Sharon, what are some of the things you heard about vaccines?
After getting a COVID-19 vaccine, I would test positive for COVID-19, right? Because it's injecting the virus into me. I really don't want to have to quarantine. How do I prove to the doctors that I'm vaccinated, not sick?
Oh, no. The COVID-19 mRNA vaccines don't contain the virus. That's the cool thing about them. They contain just messenger RNA or mRNA that will tell your cells to print something like a convict photo of little spike proteins like the ones on the outside of the virus. And your immune system will then be able to create cells that will remember these convict photos and will chase the real virus down and elicit the immune response you need to fight the virus off. So you wouldn't test positive if you got a COVID vaccine unless you actually had COVID.
Oh, okay. That's good to know, but I also read that the COVID-19 vaccine was the fastest ever produced.
It was a feat of modern medicine, yes.
But doesn't that mean that researchers rushed the development of the COVID-19 vaccine, so its effectiveness and safety can't be trusted? And the messenger RNA technology you mentioned they used to make the COVID-19 vaccine is brand new, right? So how do we know if it's safe?
No, none of that is true, Sharon. The technology making the body of this vaccine possible has been in the making for decades now. The job of a vaccine is to safely expose our immune system to an antigen, right?
Antigen? You're gonna have to speak plain English to me, sweetie.
An antigen is a piece of protein from a pathogen, in this case the virus responsible for COVID-19, that our immune system will remember and recognize. Just like the convict pigs I just told you about. Until now, we use dead pathogens or severely weakened pathogens to accomplish this. But your immune system doesn't need to see the whole virus, just the part it needs to remember and recognize. The thought of creating mRNA vaccines emerged in the 90s. Researchers thought they could make the process of a vaccine creation easier by creating an mRNA vaccine. This research is based on the idea that you can make your body create its immune response by itself without having to cultivate the pathogen. So by using mRNA vaccines, scientists are leaving out the pathogen completely, but are giving your body a convict description. The vaccine tells your cells, if you see a pathogen that looks like this, kill it ASAP. This is a huge advantage when you are dealing with a pandemic and a totally new virus, because otherwise you would have to take years to cultivate the virus and weaken it just enough to put it in a mix of other substances that will help it elicit the right amount of immune response and do the trials that it takes to pass a new vaccine, all that jazz. Having an mRNA technique is the most amazing biological advance there could be at the moment, because you just have to give it the information of what to look for, and I'm pretty sure it will help eradicate many other fatal diseases in the future. And let's assume none of the above was indeed happening. Who in their right mind would approve a vaccine which is not safe to use? That's not how science works.
That's actually really cool. The COVID-19 vaccine is just instructions telling your immune system what shapes to watch out for?
It's slightly more complicated, but in principle, yes.
But aren't the side effects of the COVID-19 vaccine dangerous? I saw on Facebook that some of the people getting the vaccine feel terrible afterwards.
Oh yes, thankfully all the other medication we use daily has no side effects at all, like the pill, for example. No, not more dangerous than any other side effect of any other medication. Also, the side effect of having the pain of a needle shoved into your skin and any immune response in the next 2 days are the normal things to expect when you are telling your body to create a backup manual for the immune system in case of future invasions of the coronavirus.
Okay, but if I receive the COVID-19 vaccine, won't it weaken my immune system and put me at a greater risk of getting sick from another illness?
Well, no-ish. Receiving any vaccine will make your immune system be active for a little while, a day or two, which means that it will not have the full power to fight something else you might infect yourself with at the same time. This is not special to this specific vaccine, and it's just the first few days. Nor is it going to magically attract other diseases that you have not been in contact with. Just stay at home and rest for a day or two if you're feeling weary, and then your immune system will go back to normal, plus the upgrade of COVID immunity.
Okay, well, I heard that the COVID-19 vaccine was developed with or contains various controversial substances.
Oh no, it's time for the batshit crazy speed round. What controversial substances, Sharon?
Toxic chemicals.
Nope. Just mRNA, fats, salts, and a tiny amount of sugar. Normal vaccine ingredients.
Stem cells or fetal tissue?
No, that doesn't pass the cost-effective, plausible to get enough materials, or relevant area of biological research critical thinking test, let alone an American-run FDA's approval process.
Microchips.
No, why would anyone want to microchip you?
My dog is microchipped.
Does your dog have a phone? You have a cell phone with GPS, a microphone, camera, internet connection. I know where you got takeout last week because of your Instagram posts.
Oh, it's actually Cece's Instagram. I'm only on Facebook.
I don't want to be disrespectful to you, but those paranoid ingredient conspiracy theories don't stand up to basic critical thinking.
Oh, it gets worse.
How could it get any more insane?
I also heard that more people will die as a result of the negative side effects to the COVID-19 vaccine than would actually die from the virus.
How? I mean, there are no more side effects than in any other vaccine, and the headache or fever you might have in the first days after getting vaccinated are no side effects, but wanted effects, because they show that the vaccine indeed managed to get your immune system to respond. This does not mean that if you don't have these non-side effects, it is not working, because your immune system might not need to work so hard to get something under control that you would notice. That's also why there were many people who did not notice any symptoms even though they were tested positive.
Wait, why should we all even bother getting vaccinated then if it's not going to protect us in the long run and we can all be reinfected either way after our immunity wears off?
To eradicate the disease and stop the pandemic, we need to have a certain amount of time where a high percentage of people is not infected. If that happens, the disease will not be able to spread as fast as it is now, and it will not harm society as much, because there will be enough staff, knowledge, and capabilities to give the proper help to any one of the single cases in need. And the science will have had time to be advanced enough to save the lives at stake.
Okay, I'll definitely get my vaccine when I'm eligible. I'm so ready for all of this to be over. Getting the COVID-19 vaccine will mean I can finally stop wearing my mask and taking coronavirus precautions.
Sharon, no! Getting a vaccine does not stop the virus from entering your body, but rather prevents you personally from getting sick and developing the possibly fatal symptoms. But you might still be able to transmit the virus to other non-vaccinated people, which is not helping in stopping the pandemic. Even though there is no evidence of this indeed being the case yet, it is better to be precautious than to risk spreading the disease further.
Oh, like how I have to wear a mask in public now, even though I haven't tested positive for COVID, because I don't know if I have COVID or not?
Exactly. It's all about reducing the risk so that fewer people get sick. We all have to work together in this.
But I'm not at risk for severe complications of COVID-19 because I'm not in any high-risk groups. So I don't need the vaccine.
This isn't just about you. Getting vaccinated is not only about protecting yourself, but first and foremost helping to stop the pandemic. Protecting the small percentage of people who are unable to be vaccinated due to other health issues they might have or for whom the vaccine isn't effective.
Okay, so I'm getting the vaccine to help others?
Mainly, yes, just like wearing a mask. It does protect you personally, but it protects everyone else as well.
So I should get the first COVID-19 vaccine that I can, but then I still have to social distance and wear my mask over my nose until everyone else is vaccinated and health officials say that it's okay?
Yes.
Thank you so much for hopefully talking some sense into that woman. And thanks for agreeing to this collab. I had such a good time.
Oh, thank you, Bad Astra, and Sharon, of course, for joining me today. I had a great time as well, and you have no idea how happy I am we could do that together. Thank you all for tuning in to this video debunking harmful misinformation about the COVID-19 vaccines. Be sure to check out part 1 of this video on Bad Astra's channel and check out her other videos as well. She makes wacky educational videos mainly about physics and astronomy with a cast of fun characters and thankfully more costume changes than math. And if you were sent here by the video on her channel, or if you are just happening upon this channel for the first time, please stay a while, check out my other fun, relatable science videos on human behavior, cognition, and health. Press that subscribe button, leave a comment, come back for more videos every Friday, and please wear your mask over your nose.